After years of preparation, St. Joseph, Missouri is playing host to a Division I basketball game. And while this will be a unique venue for the two teams, for one Kansas State Wildcat, things at the St. Joseph means a little more. Kansas State guard Serena Sundell is a Maryville High School product who has seen success not only in her college career, but in her entire basketball career. Sundell, in her freshman season, was a unanimous selection to the 2022 Big 12 All-Freshman team. Now traveling close to her old stomping grounds, she's excited to play in front of friends and family again.
I'm super excited. My mom has been just telling me about how many people are coming. I'm getting text messages from my friends. So yeah, I know there's going to be a great support from my community, and that's always a nice feeling to have.
The Bill Snyder Classic, being played at the Civic Arena in downtown St. Joseph, will showcase the 8-1 Wildcats and the 7-3 Missouri Tigers. St. Joe has been a pioneer for advocating for women's sports, hosting multiple Division II women events. Now hosting a Division I contest, Sundell is thankful in what the city is accomplishing.
It's a nice thing to just have a town so locally so supportive of this game and just wanting to grow it in every way that they can.
The Wildcats' only loss this season was to the fourth-ranked Iowa Hawkeyes in the Gold Coast Showcase, but the Wildcats beat the Hawkeyes earlier in the season. The team also took down a ranked North Carolina squad, and they're ready to end the three-game losing streak to Mizzou.
We're still at really high level, and we've been doing that since June. We've recognized the talent that we have on our team, and we've recognized like the standard that we're going to play out, and we know what we're capable of. We have high goals, and our community has high goals for us.
And while Sundell is accustomed to St. Joe, her team is not, but she's ready to show off the town to her teammates.
Some girls are like, what is St. Joseph? Like, where is that? And I explained to them, like, my grandparents actually still live there right now, and that's where my dad's from. So just trying to explain to them that that's kind of a big part of my world has been really fun, and they're excited to come see it and just be able to point things out. So it'll be fun just to see those two worlds collide. It'll be interesting.
News Press Now Sports, I'm Calvin Silvers.
It begins with the flicker of an idea. And when that idea happens, in a place made for creative, collaborative thinkers, that idea can transform you.
St. Joseph, Missouri is known for many things. It's often seen as a part of America's past, a gateway to the American frontier where outlaws met their end. But in the decades since the West was tamed, the city of St. Joseph has cultivated a new legacy in the world of international sports. It's been the home of Super Bowl athletes, Olympians, and Hall of Fame coaches. Though the legacy of K-State football coach Bill Snyder was built at another university, his presence still looms large in this town. Just take a trip to Missouri Western State University to see the imposing letters across the Bill Snyder Pavilion. If you only know the tributes and dedications, Coach Snyder appears larger than life. But the scale of those words belies the nature of those who know Coach Snyder.
You know, Coach is a very humble man. There's a lot of great things you can say about Coach Snyder. Coach may not always answer my phone call instantly, but he always gets back to me. And I think that's really impressive.
A graduate of Lafayette High School, Coach Snyder began his career on the sidelines in Gallatin, Missouri, as an assistant before working his way up the ranks of high school and college football. He finally landed in Manhattan, Kansas, where he spent 27 seasons with K-State, leading the Wildcats to 215 wins and 2 conference titles, and along the way, mentoring dozens of NFL players. Even after achieving these heights, Coach still finds some time to honor his hometown. He became a member of the inaugural class of the St. Joseph Sports Commission Hall of Fame in 2021 and finds time to support fans, including writing notes of encouragement in light of tragedy.
These aren't things he has to do. His legacy's already made. But again, I think he realizes that these things benefit his hometown. It's not just about the game. It's about community fit. It's about niche. And it's about further emphasizing the profile of our community, which we can never do that enough. And so we're really fortunate that Coach has been involved with us to do that.
Now, with the undertaking of the Bill Snyder Classic in St. Joseph, there is hope that the future of the city will continue to grow.
The dream becomes reality. We've got a big-time college basketball game with two brands that people recognize. I think there'll be an electric atmosphere in here.
As the legacy of a hometown kid turned football legend brings a new chapter to the history of St. Joseph.
Live Improvements is offering 4.99% APR financing on all roofing, windows, and siding. That's 4.99% APR financing now through the end of the year only from Pinnacle Home Improvements, your home exterior remodeling experts.
Merry Christmas!
On ESPN Plus.
Timeless quality at Makeup Time Jewelry.
Going to give him opportunities on the offensive glass, but also it was to be able to get position low in that post. And these Kansas State guards in that second 10 minutes, being able to get her the basketball where she could operate. It was a three-point barrage from both of these teams. Neither one of them shot it very well, but it is going to be opportunity to see who's going to make the adjustments coming out here at halftime.
Yeah, and a couple players that both teams need right now. I mean, you look at Serena Sundell, who is dealing with some serious foul trouble, hit her first three-point attempt of the game. She's got to stay in this game and make a play for the Wildcats.
She's got 3 fouls. She picked up that third with over 5.5 minutes to go in that second quarter. So Jeff Minnie knows that he needs his junior on the floor. Her ability to be able to be a defender as well as a distributor is such a huge factor for this Wildcat team. And the things that she can do on the offensive end as well as to be able to find open players, get out in the open floor, push pace when they need to. That's a big key. She's going to be someone that has to be a key factor here for Kansas State to keep this lead and extend it into the second half.
In some ways, Missouri might feel pretty good. Grace Slaughter, their freshman, really talented freshman guard, 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 4 from long distance. She hasn't scored a point yet.
No, she has not. Go back in her college debut versus Belmont. The freshman put up a double-double, and this is the #1 player in the state of Missouri in the class of 2023, and she stays home. So many great intangibles for this freshman, but we haven't necessarily seen them yet here this afternoon in St. Joe. As you said, 0-6 from the floor. I thought they were all good looks and good shots that Slaughter got. She's going to be a key factor. If Ioka Lee stays matched up with her, you can pull her out of that low block, and when you have a chance, you're going to have to put it on the floor and attack.
One good part for Kansas State from the foul department, Ioka Lee has just 1. Sundell, of course, has 3. If you're Missouri, do you change anything offensively? Like you said, they got good looks. What do you tweak for them?
I like to see them put the ball on the floor and get downhill. That's where they've had the most success in that first 10 minutes. You've got to attack this Kansas State defense. They want to pressure you out front, make them have to choose. Maybe they gamble, take advantage.
This Kansas State defense, one of the best in the Big 12. It is the best in the Big 12, one of the best in the nation. 51 points allowed per game, 32% from the field, 20% from 3. Those are ridiculous numbers.
Well, and I think the biggest factor is that they anticipate so well and they move. It is on the pass. It is not necessarily on the catch. They're moving on the pass, and that is hard to teach. But Jeff Mittie has drilled with this group that they could really win games and hang their hat on their defense.
Oh, Ioka Lee cannot get the roll. That goes off Missouri. Sundell wanted the triple, but Lee was trotting back. She thought that was going to roll in.
Well, that's also Gabby Gregory keeping that possession alive. And as he said, hasn't been able to score the basketball like she did a season ago, where she was almost 20 points a game. First team All Big 12. But that's the All-American right there. Great execution. Missouri's going to have to find an answer. You need more pressure on these Wildcat guards.
Ioka Lee has started this season Looking to add another All-American nod. Frank inside. That was tipped. Sundell altered that shot. Now she's running things. Gregory arriving on the left wing. Extra pass. Glenn for three. Rims off. Lee tips it out.
Again, second possessions, second chance opportunities. Doesn't always have to be a putback and a score. You keep the possession alive and make this defense work.
Sundell, great patience, and just rolls off. But a chance for a couple at the free throw line.
And that's been the evolution of Serena Sundell's game. I think even from a sophomore to a junior, Chucky, is that patience. That when she gets into the middle of the lane, she can feel that contact. It's not necessarily trying to make something happen right away. Play off 2 feet, get that defense up in the air, and then give yourself a chance at the free throw line, where she has been very good throughout her career. You look at the season, and she's shooting just about 65% right now, but I like all the attempts she's had because it's initiated.
I asked her, there's a lot of people here to see her tonight. We mentioned in the first half she's from just 40 minutes up the road in Maryville, Missouri. A lot of people that have not seen her since high school, and I asked her, what will they see and notice that's different? She said, probably my decision making. I'm much more of a pass first type of player now than a scorer. And there it is from Grace Slaughter. Really good sight for a Missouri fan to see that one go down.
Could not have come at a better time where this Missouri team's got to find some continuity on offense, but yet it's their defense that is giving them fits at the moment. Robin Pinkston talked about it, is that their half court has to be better. Their transition D's been good, but in the half court, they've given up too many easy buckets to Kansas State today.
Sundell out in front, an easy layup for Serena Sundell.
You talked about the decision making, and that's a tough one there because you gamble. With 3 fouls, to be able to get out and be that aggressive, you've got to have a lot of faith in the junior. Jeff Mitty does.
Slaughter going to work. Now Dembele, inside, long step through, cannot get it to go. Kansas State moving it right now. Sundell thought about the pull-up. Gregory instead. It is no good. Rims off for Dembele. Fight, hit a couple in the first half. That's too strong.
And not a bad look if you're Missouri. They got what they wanted on the other end, one and done, but you've got to be able to capitalize on those types of possessions.
Glenn, wide open mid-range shot. That's good.
And if you're going to give you that look, especially when they drop zone, and it's that 1-3-1 or the 1-2-2, those are the possessions and the spots where K-State has to be. Middle of the floor, good things happen against the zone when the ball gets to the middle.
Slaughter trying for another one. She got it 2 straight for Grace Slaughter, who averages just under 13 a game.
And that's over the outstretched hand of 6'6" Ioka Lee. We said pull her out of the lane. Slaughter can do that on that matchup.
Now 2 for 6 from 3. Glenn has the answer off the bank.
I don't know if banks are open on Saturday up here in St. Joe, but she's going to use all of it. With ball rotation and forcing this Missouri defense to have to move, not only just on the catch, they've got to move on the pass.
Glenn has 9 points. Judd stepping back now. Ashton Judd in a little trouble. Frank comes over, rims out. Missouri has to be careful, down 14.
So this is where this game can get away from you pretty quickly, especially if the ability of Kansas State to score the basketball.
Sundell skips up top for Gregory, trying to go into Lee. They do, and again, you cannot stop her when she gets it in that spot.
She's so deep in the post, and now a great steal by Serena Sundell, and this is where Kansas State has just controlled it from the tip. Here, start the second half.
18-0 Wildcats. 18-point lead Wildcats. And the run they are on right now over the last minute. 5-0 so quick off the steal. Missouri struggling on both ends. The scary part, too, about that lead getting built, it's not Kansas State scoring. It's you have to make this up now against this defense, too.
And that is going to be one of the biggest things that this Missouri staff is going to talk about. How do we get ourselves in better shape offensively? They've gotten good shots within the framework of what I think they want to be able to do. They just have been able to knock them down. Just 5 of 17 from behind the three-point arc. Kansas State themselves is 3 of 20, but yet it has been inside, and it's been the effort and the ability for Ioka Lee to be able to catch and finish amongst traffic, and where she gets deep, you really don't have an answer. And
22 points, 8 rebounds. She has made 9 of her last 10 from the field. A tremendous night for Ioka Lee. They're so patient offensively, too, and it's something last year, some of these shots we're seeing them pass up, they probably take those, but with her in there, everything a little bit different.
No, I think you're absolutely right, and it's been a learning curve, and Jeff Minnie has talked about that with their offense, that there has been a need for more consistency in a multitude of areas as this season has started, that they needed to be more consistent in rebounding the basketball. That meant everybody. Just because you put Ioka Lee back in the lineup doesn't mean everyone else doesn't have to craft some laps, that you don't have to do your job. And I think those things are improving. But also the next level, you take your offense to the next level. People start to make more reads. You start to think about that next pass. Coaches always say, don't get a good shot, get a great shot. Well, that next pass, most of the time, will get you that great shot. And I think we're seeing that here this afternoon, especially to start the second half from Kansas State.
For Missouri, this is kind of unknown territory because in their 3 losses, the first one against St. Louis, they were up 7 going to the fourth quarter, outscored 36-21. They trailed by 9 at the end of the first quarter against Kent State, but they led going to the fourth quarter again, and then against Virginia, up 13 after the first quarter, but turnovers were so crucial in that one. That is a really good Virginia team, 7-2, losses to Oklahoma and LSU. Those are not bad losses. This is new territory for this young team.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and that's probably the conversation Robin Fiction and her staff are having, is that we got to settle down, that you are not going to get 18 points back with one shot. You have to remember that. Now this is about segments. You've got to start winning 2, 3, 4, 5-minute segments of the remainder of this game. Put yourself back in it. The biggest thing, you got to get stops on one end, and you got to make shots on the other.
Grace Slaughter has hit 2 threes in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, and yet the lead for Kansas State has been built to 18. Judd, after the hesitation, can't get it to go. K-State trying to make it 20. Kicked out from Sundell. Splash! Briley Glenn connects.
Just 15 minutes a game. She's been averaging about 35% from behind the three-point line, but the type of player that when she gets on a roll and has confidence, you can see it rimming and coming to the top, shooting the ball with great effort here this afternoon.
Turning and fading. Judd can't get it again. Tipped out for Sundell. Kansas State, no signs of stopping. Another 3 on the way, and they can't miss right now. Jalen Glenn.
And this offense is on fire. And keep in mind, Ioka Lee not even in the lineup right now. So this is where, if you are Missouri, you got to take advantage. But they have just put their foot on the gas, gotten stops on one end, and knocked down big-time threes to start this third quarter.
Jalen Glenn was 0 for 5 from long range before that one went down for her. This defense swarming right now. Slaughter, 5 to shoot. Offensive foul called. Missouri's 11th turnover of the game, something Kansas State has really gotten in check to. They only have 9 after a number of those coming early in the game, but it's Kansas State up 24 on the Tigers here in St. Joe.
Been for visiting old friends, making new ones, and reuniting with the ones you love. Whether you're holiday shopping or just shopping during the holidays, you'll find the widest selection, the friendliest staff, and the best deals at Make Up Time Jewelry. Conveniently located at Belton Beck in St. Joseph, discover timeless quality at Make Up Time Jewelry.
The king of all collectibles is Kingdom Cards and Collectibles in St. Joseph. If you have a sports card collection and want to buy, sell, or trade, contact us for an appraisal. We specialize in modern and vintage sports trading cards, sports memorabilia, and more. We have collectibles for all ages, so stop by Kingdom Cards and Collectibles at 1202 South Bell Highway, or 885-4019.
Colton, can you spell the word yes, please? That's not how you spell yes.
AI spells yes.
Comes to see your world. There are things you have to see and things you want to see. With O'Brien Eye Care, you'll be able to see it all. Our experienced doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations and specialize in diagnosing and treating a wide array of eye problems using advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. We also have a wide variety of frames to choose from.
Oh, I see.
Stop by O'Brien Eye Care today.
Kansas State looking to build on a 24-point lead out of the timeout. 4:05 to play in the third quarter. Another three on the way. That is good from Terrence Sides, the freshman, shooting just under 35% from three on the season.
And this team now, Kansas State, on fire here in this third quarter, almost 70% from the field.
This is really what could take them over the edge. If they can shoot the ball anything like what we've seen in this third quarter, this is a very dangerous team. Inside Sanchez, that's good.
And just so easy right now for this Kansas State offense. And Missouri not able to find an answer. Looking for different lineups, a couple different opportunities for people to get a chance to get on the floor. But they just haven't been able to find somebody to put it in the basket. I think that's where, if you are Missouri, you're not going to get all of this back at one time, but you got to be able to put it on the floor and attack.
Dembele got one back. Sides looking for back-to-back. Rebound Dembele, and she wants to move. Has great speed with the ball. Frank, nice behind the back. Inside. And what a finish with the left hand.
And you can see why Haley Frank is a first-team All-SEC selection a year ago. Her ability to break somebody down one-on-one. She does a little bit of everything for this Missouri squad.
Fifth season at Missouri. This is her 125th game, 102nd start of her career. Has been a tremendous player in Columbia. Ripped away by Dembele. Add that one to the season steal list. Shrek. No good.
And the trail three in transition. Not a bad look at all if you're Missouri. Those are the ones you want to get. Put this K-State defense back on their heels. But you've got to be able to knock down those open looks.
Foul against Sides, and so hard to guard Dembele off the dribble.
When she gets a full head of steam, she is so difficult to contain. And Terrence Sides, as a freshman, they're learning. I mean, they are understanding the speed and physicality. We heard Robin Houston talk about that with her freshman, but the same goes for Jeff Mittie and his young guards. Yes, Walker was a redshirt freshman. She played in 5 games before she took the medical redshirt at Louisville a year ago. And Terrence Sides coming in and getting herself quality minutes all season so far. With the speed to be able to contain quick dribble penetration, that is something that takes time to learn.
Ted Rapek couldn't get it to go in. Sides coming back the other way. Looking for Sanchez. What a pass! Great vision from the freshman.
That is what she does. And you look at the numbers, and the freshman has been fantastic because her assist numbers are high, her turnover numbers low, and she's got great vision on the floor.
Wow, we had a great angle of that too. That was impressive. Dembele inside, step through, couldn't get it. Late whistle though, and 2 free throws coming up for Mama Dembele from Spain. She's made 88 starts in her 3+ seasons at Missouri. She is closing in on a career high in steals. She had 44 as a sophomore, had 33 entering tonight, and has 2 so far. So within single digits of her career steals mark for a single season.
Yeah, and she's also about 84% so far this year from the free throw line, but because of her ability to generate offense with her defense, you can see what a big key this is for what Missouri likes to do. But because they haven't necessarily been able to get the stops on the other end, the Wildcats have shot it so well, you can't get out in transition and go. And that's the difference right now, is that this flow in the pace of the game just hasn't been anywhere near what Missouri likes to play at.
Glenn inside to Lee. Another one for Ioka Lee, who has 24 points and 8 rebounds.
One of the changes Jeff Mittie has made this season with Lee back in the lineup is that they don't post her necessarily as high up the lane, but they allow her to get deep, really deep. And that forces defense to have to make a choice. And tonight, this Missouri team has not been able to find an answer to go one-on-one against Lee on that low block.
Tigers 25% from 3 tonight. And Lee is back at it again.
She makes it look so easy sometimes, and it's just, but a lot of it has to do with the pass that comes, and she's got great hands and footwork, so hard to teach to a post player. And that has been one of the things that I think as she's gotten back in her time away from the game, dealing with injury a year ago, getting more comfortable on the floor, that has been a thing for her that has come back, and has come back in space.
Missed last year, had knee surgery. 2-time All-American, former Big 12 Freshman of the Year. The NCAA record holder for most game points in a single game, had 61 against Oklahoma 2 seasons ago.
She needs just 2 rebounds here tonight, and that will allow her to set the double-double record at Kansas State to hold that number. She currently is tied at 52 with Kendra Wecker, one of the all-time best players to come through Kansas State, from Marysville, Kansas herself. 3 more rebounds, she would break that record.
9 seconds left in the third quarter. Sanchez, 5 seconds. Possession not going anywhere, but Sundell, nice move, pulls up, hits it. And the crowd loves that from Serena Sundell. She's got 9 points, 7 assists. And Kansas State has a 31-point lead at the end of the third quarter here in St. Joseph.
Kind of snowballed themselves at Kansas State, taking complete advantage.
Ioka Lee has been unstoppable inside, 28 points. The one thing for Missouri that's been pretty automatic, when Mama Dembele has put the ball on the ground, she has penetrated at will.
Yes, good things happen when she puts the ball on the floor. And that has got to be a point of emphasis not only in the remainder of this game, but if you're Missouri for the rest of the season. That when she has the ability to get downhill, she's going to create for herself, but she's going to create for her teammates.
Sundell working at the high post. Nice step through there, lays it up and in. And Serena Sundell starting to get going, 11 points now.
Doesn't have to just be out on the perimeter, and that's because of her size and her ability to have some patience when she catches that basketball. Don't make something happen right away. Take what the defense gives you.
Slaughter, deep 3. Couple in the third quarter, which was good to see her get going, but still, as a team struggling. Sundell lining one up and rims off. Offensive rebound, Sanchez. Gisela Sanchez has played well tonight.
She had 12 points, 4 blocks in their win against McNeese. She's been giving Jeff Mittie about 18 minutes off the bench this season. And it's been for different players. And you like that matchup and the opportunity for her and Lee to be in the game. I think it creates mismatches for other people. And Jeff Mittie liking the ability to have a deep bench and lots of options.
Gisela Sanchez transferred from Arizona before last season. She went to Hungary to play with Spain in one of the tournaments on their U20 team. Jeff Mitty actually flew to Hungary to see her play, injured her knee about 6 minutes into that game, and Jeff Mitty did not get to have her last season, but they are happy to have her this year. Has provided great depth in the post area. Sundell kicks it out, extra pass. Walker driving, really good off the dribble.
And that's where the freshman has had the most success all season so far. She's one of the players. She hit double figures in both of the matchups that Kansas State has had with Iowa in the month of November, but she does it in the mid-range. The three-point shot, not necessarily where she's the most comfortable, but when she can put it on the floor and create, watch out, because she has got athleticism and speed to get to the rim.
Gabby Gregory back in. Missouri just looking for some positives with 6:51 to go in this one. Talked about the gauntlet they are going to see in 2 of their first 3 games in the SEC. LSU and South Carolina. What has to change quickly for the Tigers as they move forward?
Well, I think it's got to be about consistency in scoring the basketball. And one of the things we talked about was, and I think Rob Payson understands this, that their points of emphasis is they have to be better at rebounding the basketball and in their half-court defense. Because the one thing that just allowed this to snowball in that third quarter was the fact that you couldn't get stops on the other end and then pick up the pace and be able to play this game more in the full court where they like to. They've played faster all season, and that just has not been at their disposal today because Kansas State has just shot the ball and been so effective offensively.
Missouri picked 11th in the SEC preseason poll, one that was led by LSU, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Sanchez has another offensive rebound.
You've also got to keep your eye on Ole Miss. They've been in the AP top 25. Mississippi State has been ranked as well. All teams that very well can find themselves in the upper part of that league and getting themselves in the NCAA tournament. And Missouri has said, we were on the outside looking in the last 2 seasons, maybe just 1 game away. Well, sometimes you need these kinds of games to help you over the hump. You're not going to get a win here this afternoon against K-State. However, what will it teach you and what will you learn going forward?
Lost 3 starters from a season ago who started 20-plus games. Haley Troop is one of them. 2 of their top 3 scorers gone. Troop is now on the staff as a graduate assistant this year. Walker again, downhill block. Nice defensive play by Abby Fight. Dembele going quickly now and slashing. Trying to go inside to Slaughter, taken away by Sanchez. The pass ahead, Walker, left hand, rims off. Thought she had contact there. Now Dembele going at sides, kicks it out. That 3 is no good. A frustrating shooting night for Missouri continues. Whistle against Walker.
There's just been so many looks. I mean, and good ones. Whether it's been in transition. I mean, I got to be honest. If I'm going to go back as a coaching staff, if I'm on that coaching staff and you look at this film, I haven't seen a lot of bad shots. I've seen them all within the framework of what they want to do. They just haven't been able to knock them down. But you've got to give credit to Tippy Cat to this K-State defense because they contest. They have closed out. They put a hand in the face of the shooter. So even though it might be the good shot within the framework, it has been a tough shot over this Wildcat team.
Loved it from Jeff Mitty, too. You talked about the minutes Ioka Lee has played against Power 5s and in those closer games. This is one where I think any chance to rest her, you'll take it all season.
Amen. And they know that because there is a long road ahead of this team. You're going to have a break. They're going to be in finals week on the K-State campus. And then they actually have about 3 games in a 5-day span before the holiday break. And we're right into the 12th record.
It has been all Wildcats tonight. 4:53 to play in the 4th quarter, and Kansas State leads Missouri in their first meeting since 2017 by 31 points.
Hi, I'm Tim Walker, Farmers Insurance Agent. It's natural to think insurance is complicated, but I can make it easier by explaining
Live sports. NBA Christmas Day begins at noon and continues all day on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus. On ESPN Plus.
And it has been the Wildcats defense and offense, for that matter, that have ruled the night. Look at this Kansas State team. And I don't know the numbers on this. I don't have the exact facts, but I have to think there are very, very few teams. There's Gabby Gregory from 3 that have 4 players who have started 3 years at the same school. And you throw in Gabby Gregory, this is her 2nd year starting at Kansas State now. That's unbelievable in today's day and age.
Yeah, when we talk about the transfer portal and sort of the wild, wild west of college athletics, it doesn't happen very often. Look at Missouri. They've got 8 newcomers on their roster. Yes, there's new faces for Kansas State, but it is those veterans that have come back that really do give you that leadership, and they give you the experience that you need to be able to handle tough games in a neutral setting, and once you get into conference play. A player like Gabby Gregory, she had such a great kind of coming out party her first year at K-State a year ago, but said she wanted to play with Iota League. That's why she came back. So use that 5th year and have that opportunity, and so far this has been a really good start to the season. This K-State team headed to 9-1, and more than likely we'll see that national ranking continue to move up.
And not to look past this season because they have high hopes for this season, but the 3-year starters could become 4 next year, with 4 of them having the opportunity to return if they choose to.
And you think about Serena Sundell, you think about the twins, that they started games as freshmen. They were really kind of thrown into that fire, but they responded and then have seen their games grow each year. And that just says, it kind of speaks volumes to them, both as players and to what this program has been built upon. And I think Robin Hickson would say the same thing if you asked her about a player like Haley Frank, or that her youngsters, or someone like Ashton Judd, who had a fantastic freshman season, coming back and wanting to be even better. That's the challenge. The challenge of college basketball right now is that you can instantaneously change a season, flip a switch of a program with just 1 or 2 players, but you need a foundation. And both of these coaches, I think, have had great foundations, and they're going to need that as they move forward this year.
Yeah, the old school approach in a lot of ways.
100%. And I don't think you really can't put a price on it, and you can't put a number on that. You got to have people that are invested. You got to buy in. You got to understand. You got to be there for the right reasons. Doesn't always work for everyone. Some players need a new place, but ultimately, you are looking for a core group that are going to buy in and want to be part of your program.
Jeff Mitty making sure Serena Sundell gets a few more minutes here as somewhat the hometown kid.
I think she has responded. You know, she was saddled with that foul trouble early. Had the 2 fouls in the first quarter, and then picked up the 3rd midway through the 2nd quarter. But you see the glimpses, and you understand why she is such a key piece of this Kansas State team on both ends of the floor.
Inside, Gregory again. Also, Jamia Harris out there, Eliza Maupin, and Heavenly Greer for Kansas State with Gregory and Sundell. Inside, that one's short, offensive rebound, a whistle, so Abby Fight will go to the free throw line.
I think Abby Fight has got to be one of those players that if you're this Mizzou staff saying, all right, how are they going to get her more involved in this offense? She's been digged up, hasn't been 100%, but the ultimate piece is because of her ability to be able to shoot the ball. You know, she was a prolific scorer at Evansville. She can make that transition. She's got experience. She's going to have to be one of those go-to players as this team continues and looks at SEC play.
Abby Fight, this is her 120th career game. She's a solid rebounder. She averaged 8 rebounds per game for her career at Evansville, which is 4 seasons. Did not have a rebound against Missouri State last game, and I went back through every game. That was the first time in 119 career games that she did not have a rebound.
Got to respond.
Gregory just off the mark. And right on cue, Fight does pull down another rebound, her 5th of the night. Schreck for 3, hits it.
And you see there the glimpse and the speed of the pace of play that has been successful for Missouri throughout this season. And where they need to be. They just weren't able to get enough of the quality stops on this end of the floor in the second half to have it make a difference. Kansas State made them pay for the ability to not get them stopped here in the half court.
Sundell going baseline, feeds the pass through, almost taken away, and Shrek hits the deck. A jump ball which will stick with Kansas State. Talk about Missouri's SEC schedule for Kansas State. A few more non-conference games before kicking off Big 12 play on December 30th on the road at Cincinnati. They've got 3 newcomers right out of the gate: Cincinnati, Houston, UCF.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of new faces, different types of systems. You know, now that there's 14 teams in the Big 12, at least for this season, next year the number's different. But you're going to see a lot of different looks, and I think that's the exciting part. And keep in mind, 18 games in the Big 12 season for Big 12 players in women's basketball. The men's teams will play 20. Everyone asks why the difference. The women's Big 12 tournament will happen 1 week earlier. Therefore, their coaches devoted. They stayed with the number of 18. Do not get the round robin home and home with everyone. The schedule looks a little bit different.
Some really good teams atop the Big 12. Kansas State, one of them. Texas looks really good so far this season. Anna Linthicum, freshman from Jefferson City, Missouri, the Class 5 Player of the Year in the state. She was back-to-back All-State, not just in basketball as a junior and senior, but also in volleyball. Great athlete. If Sundell can get a couple more before the night ends. Harris kicks it out. 12 to shoot. Sundell, runner, tough shot, rolls off.
The speech is where Missouri has been. The blitzes of that offense has been the stops, one-on-one on the defensive end.
Shrek 3 rims off. 60 seconds to play here in the first ever Bill Snyder Basketball Classic. The Hall of Famer in the building tonight delivered the game ball. Both of these two schools' football programs having great seasons, bowl games on the horizon for Kansas State, an early look at the future for them at quarterback. Their young, talented freshman Avery Johnson.
A lot of really good things happening from both of these athletic departments. A lot of buzz on both of their campuses. College football will do that, but the basketball seasons as well. Think about what the Kansas State men are doing. Jerome Tang, second-year head coach at both of those institutions at Missouri and at Kansas State. But for those that see this score tonight, you look at sort of this lopsided win by the Wildcats. I would tell everyone, don't sleep on Missouri, this women's basketball team, because I do think that there are so many pieces in the puzzle here. With 8 newcomers, so many young faces, and some freshmen who have had to step in. Robin Pinkston knows they've got the pieces of the puzzle and ultimately putting it all together.
And we talked about those 3 losses prior to this. They either led big at one point in the game or they led late at one point in the game. And there's the curtain call for Serena Sundell and a standing ovation from a number of fans inside the Civic Arena that came to see her tonight. Started off a little shaky, the foul trouble, but she ended up playing really well. Nice pass again, no finish there, but Taryn Sides showing off some great vision and ability.
I love her out front with the basketball in her hands. She really does have speed and the capacity to make good things happen in penetration. And just also, a lot of what we've seen from Mama Duvall, who is a senior, but as a freshman, keeps that dribble alive, allows this Kansas State offense to continue to move and happen. All of that, a real positive for Jeff Hitty as they move forward.
Kansas State will dribble it out, and the Wildcats will improve to 9-1 on the season, their 3rd straight victory over the Missouri Tigers. A rivalry renewed for the first time since 2017, and Kansas State snaps a 3-game losing streak against their old Big 8, Big 12 rivals.